This is going to be a pattern making tutorial for a derby boot, and they're going to be made on a shoe last. It's going to be the same shoe last that I used for the Oxford pattern tutorial. So I'm not going to show taping up the last and how to get the mean form. That's on my Oxford pattern making tutorial, so you can get that from here. And we end up with this mean form, and what I've done is I've just copied this exactly to another piece of paper. I've copied the back heel point, counterpoint, V, vamp point, and it's the red line here that I've copied. This is the Oxford pattern that I showed on the other video. I've also transferred the straight line E to V. I've copied the point here where we include our stiffener at the heel. I've also copied J to V up here as well. So we've got the back heel point, counterpoint, we've got V, we've got V dash, we've got E, the straight line, and we've got J dash down here. The first point we're going to find is this point here. And to do that, we're going to measure V to J, we're going to half it, and then we're going to take off 2 millimeters. So that's 3.6 millimeters on these particular ones. We can call that O. And we're going to connect O to C at the back. So we're going to mark X, which is 2/5 of the last length from the back. So that's 118 millimeters. So it's about here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a curve from X to O. We're going to stay below this line from O to C. And that's just this curve. Then we're going to come from the V point. We're going to come down about 3 millimeters. And then 3 millimeters forward. So that's roughly 3 mil from V again. It's like a triangle. So we're going to extend it 3 millimeters down here and 3 millimeters across. So we have a 3 millimeter triangle there. And then at this point, we're going to connect that to O. I'm going to call that W. And then we're going to just round off essentially this corner. And that's just rounding off there. And then we need to add in a seam allowance, so that'll be on the vamp this time. So we just want to add a curved line that's 1 centimeter up that way. Then we're going to extend the E to V line by 22 millimeters. Then we're going to mark a point on the O to V line, about 13 millimeters up. We're going to mark it across 13 mil. And then we're going to just join up there, and this will be our vamp. Now for the toe cap, it's the exact same measurement from the other video and finding P, so I'll let you go and have a look at that one and how to draw it in. But instead of it being a radius of 304 millimeters, for a derby it's slightly different. For a derby, the radius of the circle that you use is 254 millimeters, so it's slightly different. So to draw on that, place your radius along there. There you go. There's your curve for your toe cap. And just add 1 centimeter seam allowance for here. So if you were making a derby shoe now, you'd need just this line here, and it's the exact same as the Oxford one. So just copy it from that video that I've done for that. Now we're going to start making the boot section up here. First thing we need to do is draw a perpendicular line down here. So it's going to pass through C point and it's going to pass along the bottom. And we want the point here, down here, to be from the bottom of the pattern here to this point to be roughly the height of the heel. So that'll depend on what last you've got. With this last, it's about 22 millimeters. So I'm going to roughly draw on 22 mil. Roughly around here. Put some piece of paper on, pass through C, find the bottom of the pattern here, pass through C, find 22 mil, which is about there. Like so. Now for the next part, we're going to need a copy of the mean form. So I've cut one out like that. And what we need to do is find the midpoint here. So it's just from the very top, ignore these two lines, it's from the very top of here to here, halved. So we're going to mark that point there. And then we're going to fold over, get the very, very tip of it to touch the midpoint there, fold it, and then mark where it's folded there. So I've marked it A, and then we're just going to transfer that letter A onto our pattern here. From this point here, where this vertical line has crossed the pattern here, I'm going to join that point to letter A. Like so. And then 3 millimeters along this line, past point A, we're going to create point N. Just slightly off. That's going to be N. Next we're going to draw the height on. And this is going to be from this point where the vertical line crosses the pattern, and it's going to be up the line, and it's going to be 14.7. I'm going to mark that O. In terms of your height, you can do it any height really you want. These are a 9.5 UK size. I would say if you want a rough guide, every size up on that, I would do 4 mil. Every size down, reduce it by 4 mil, the height, roughly. I'm going to draw a perpendicular line across from our vertical line there. Then another vertical line from the bottom here through point A. It should be completely perpendicular across both. So point A. And we want to mark a point 5 mil in from point E here. That point there. Next we're going to work out, we're going to measure across how wide we want it. Now you can measure your own ankle and your own calves depending on how high the boot goes. I'm just going to do it at about 11 centimeters. So it's going to be 11 centimeters from this point, which we'll call point 1. I'm going to measure it across here. 11 centimeters, we'll call that point 2. And then we want to mark a line 13 mil above point 2, or mark a point, sorry, about 13 mil above point 2. And then we're going to connect that mark to point 1 back here. Paper on, we're going to go from this line. We want a 90-degree angle from that line down from this point here, point 1. So 90 degrees there. And then we're going to put in our curve, and it's from the CP point, and it wants to come away slightly from the last and join up smoothly there. Then we're going to join up from the point where we did our quarters here, and it needs to pass through N here. So it's a pretty straight line there, and then it curves up, curves down. Now that's basically your pattern. For the derby boots that were requested to get a pattern of, And these, this pattern is too short, so I'll show you the actual pattern for those that I made. And they're a bigger shoe, but I extended it quite a long way up, so they're a good 4 centimeters taller. And I also, you can see how this one is quite curved. This one curves, whereas this one ends on quite a steep vertical line. And so you can play around with it, basically anything above here, anything, because it's just off the top of the last, so it's completely up to you. If you want to see how to create pattern pieces, look at my Oxford video in terms of cutting out that and that. For the tongue, what I tend to do is I cut out my quarters and I make them up, and then I measure how high they are when they're sat on the last, because you might want the tongue to come out of the top of the shoe and fold over. Now, I've skipped out a few things that I didn't on the Oxford video, so you can go back to reference it, but just so you don't forget. At the rear, I've added 2mm here on the Oxford one, and I haven't done it on here. I should have done it on here, but I've not done it. When you're doing the back, and this applies to boots as well, you want a back strip over them. If you imagine this is the outside of the boot, and this is a scrap piece that I've done. What you would do is you'd get your two pieces, you'd turn them inside out, you lay them on top of each other, and then you stitch along here, and then you flip it round. You hammer it flat, but you lose 2mm. You lose this little 2mm here, which is accounted for in here. I haven't done it on this one, but it should be on this one if you're going to make it the same way, and then attach a back strip over the back, because it's not a very strong stitch, that. And then the other thing I've not included is this fold over line to fold over the leather, like here. It's folded over. It's an extra 5mm. You can do it all the way along the top and then around the bottom to about here. You don't need to do it along this strip here. Well, that's basically it. Hopefully that'll help you make a derby boot.